Messages are coming in loud and clear this October, so stay tuned. Hey, dreamy dreamers, welcome back to the Crazy Dreamer Network. My name is AJ, and let's hop right into today's reading. So, today's reading is a pick a card on clear messages from the other side this October. We have 3 piles: pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. I'll give you all some time to meditate on your pile selection. All right, so again, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in your reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 1s, welcome to your reading. So, just a quick tidbit, like literally right before I started your reading, I was smoke cleansing. You guys probably seen it in the smoke cleansing intermission. But it's overcast today and the sun just decided to sprout back out. So I really do feel like that is a message of breakthrough. So, pile number 1, some of you all might be experiencing like a breakthrough moment in the month of October. And I feel like those are some of the clear messages from the other side. So, let's hop right into your reading. You all chose this gorgeous green adventuring tower along with the tarot of curious creatures. Now, what I'm getting for you, pile number 1, regarding clear messages from the other side this October is your ancestors and your guides want you to know from the other side that there might be a financial breakthrough, okay? If this isn't solely financial, or if this isn't financial in the month of October, this is going to be a breakthrough regarding your peace, tranquility, and stability. Even heart chakra activations is what I'm getting, okay? So let's put your crystal here. I'm also getting for you, pile number 1s, regarding the clear messages from the other side during this October, is that there's like a portal, a gateway opening that is going to provide you with the opportunity for a clear breakthrough, okay? And again, this could be in any sector: financial, health, so any material breakthrough, or this could even be on an inner level, right? An inner breakthrough. So let's see. Let's delve deeper into your messages, pile number 1s. Hey, pile number 1s, welcome back. So let's reveal the rest of your cards. You guys got the 3 of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the 6 of Pentacles, along with the 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so this is beautiful, pile number 1s. And I don't know if you guys remembered when I said there might be like an emotional breakthrough or like an inner breakthrough, and this could have to do with the heart chakra. That's what I'm also getting that's coming in for you all during the month of October. And these are clear messages from the other side relating to this October, right? You guys also have the 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck in the World. So there's a lot of inner peace and tranquility coming in for you all, pile number 1s, during this month of October. And you know, your angels, ancestors, and guides from the other side want you to know this. They want you to focus on that, right? So with the 3 of Cups being the first card out, what I'm getting is there's going to be a lot of celebration. We are entering into the months of the holiday season, right? So we have Halloween coming up, we have Hoodoo Heritage Month, we also have Dios de los Muertos at the end of the month, right? Into November. So what I'm getting is, it's so interesting because pile number 1s, I feel like the Queen of Cups energy is you. And then I also feel like the 3 of Cups energy, you could be watching or being an onlooker as people are celebrating, right? And it feels like you're very stable. It's almost like you're happy to see the celebrations that maybe you are even bringing forth in the month of October. So some of you all might be throwing parties, or you could be just really enjoying yourself in this very relaxed state as you celebrate something, as you celebrate the end of the year, as you celebrate victories, as you celebrate certain wins that maybe you put off in the past, right? We also have the Ace of Swords. So there's a lot of clarity, a lot of victorious moments happening within you as well. We also have this hummingbird, which I'm getting could be a particular ancestor or guide. You could be seeing 444 a lot during the month of October, which signifies, the ancestors, your guides, your angels are very near during this time, right? Because the veil is thinning in the month of October, right? You could be getting messages from particular ancestors that are very near and dear to you, that like, congratulations, right? You've reached a certain level of success. You should celebrate, right? And with the Six of Pentacles, I think it's interesting because there is this balanced air to you in the month of October, right? You could also be receiving a leg up when it comes to financial prosperity because of the seeds that you have planted prior. And I say this because this is the only Pentacles card in the spread, right? So we have the Ace, which talks about thoughts, which talks about our creating those plans in the mind. And then we have the emotions that activate those plans. And then we have the tangibility that produces those plans into the waking world. Okay. Now with the Two of Cups, this could have something to do with partnership, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic partnership either. You could be just finding yourself collaborating a lot during the month of October, or like having potential collaborations during the month of October, or maybe there's like joint effort coming in during the month of October, if that makes sense. If this does have to do with love, love looks really good for you, pile number ones, during the month of October. And I feel like these are some of the clear messages from the other side, how you've integrated, how you've strengthened connections here with the lion in the center, right? We also have seahorses, to me, which are connected to, it could be connected to Capricorn energy as well, because they're the sea goat, right? So you can't ride a goat, but there's kind of like a correlation here. For some of you, look up seahorses. Seahorses could represent something for you. You could be seeing a lot of seahorses lately, just in media or around, that could be another spirit guide trying to tell you something. I have a spirit guide. I have an animal spirit guide book, so I might look up seahorses because that seems important. It's also interesting, pile number ones, because we also have the World that was beneath the Two of Cups, and this is the only major arcana that kind of showed out. 2 and 1, that's 3. Okay, so when I think of, we have 3 of Cups here, and when I think of the number 3, I also think of our spirit guides being right near us, telling us like, we're doing a good job, keep going. But what I wanted to point out is that we have this shell right here, and then we have the shell here at the bottom of the Queen of Cups feet, which to me is like she's opening up to something, right? She's revealing what is valuable to her or something like that. And then we have the depiction of the fox who's meditating, and they're in the stance of the number 4 to me. And we also have this necklace of a shell that they're wearing around their neck, which to me symbolizes maybe truth, inner truth, being radiated or used as a totem or something along those lines. Okay, but it has something to do with water, something to do with emotions as well. Okay, so let's see. Pile number ones, check this out. So with the Two of Cups, you see these 2 seahorses here. So in my I have a spirit animals book. So so pile number ones, we have seahorse, sea dragon, elements water, primary colors blue, brown, green, orange, pink, purple, yellow, multicolored. It reads, seahorse symbolizes placidity, gentle movements, gentle movements, slowing down and enjoying life. It is the power of your subconscious, your higher self. It means you have a unique outlook, which may often be different from those around you. People may tell you one thing, but you can see deeper to the heart of the matter. Seahorse mates for life. And they meet each morning to do a pairing dance, which includes changing colors. This means that you're compatible and giving in relationships. Listen closely when Seahorse appears. It can be hard to hear, as if it's whispering to you in a soft voice from a great distance. Other side, right? But its words will be filled with important messages that will help you grow in your personal life or in spirit. Seahorse means to focus and not take anything in your life for granted. It means to let go of anger, fears, and negative emotions. Be present, live in the moment, and share joy with those around you. The Three of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Look at how adoringly she's looking at people enjoying themselves, right? She's proud. People around you. It means someone around you may need your protection or you to stand up for them in the near future as well. And I think it's interesting that the Two of Cups has those two seahorses, because for you, I feel like pile number ones, for some of you, you might very much so be clear on what it is or who it is you want to be with or what it is you want to do for the rest of your life. Right. And I think those are the clear messages from the other side that are coming to you this October. And I feel like you're kind of going to be celebrating that clarity. Right. And I get that with the Ace of Swords as well. You know, you might have a partner, or you might have an idea of, you know, the type of partner you want to be with for the rest of your life or something like that. But if this doesn't relate to partnership in a romantic way, this could relate to what you want to do for the rest of your life, right? I think that clarity is coming in for you during the month of October from your angels, ancestors, and guides on the other side, okay? So let's see. We're going to put your deck here and let's get some more messages. Okay, thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Tell us more. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck for our pile number one. For giving pile number ones clear, concise, accurate messages from the other side during the month of October. What clear, concise, accurate messages from the other side are trying to come in for our pile number ones during the month of October? Clear, concise, accurate messages from the other side during the month of October. Thank you. We have new moon in Capricorn with step up and lead. Clear, concise messages from the other side during the month of October. We have last quarter moon in Taurus, be proud of yourself. I love this. And then we have new moon in Sagittarius, focus on the positive. I love this pile number ones. Yeah, you have a lot to celebrate during the month of October. And I feel like your guides on the other side want you to know that. And they want you to live in the moment during the month of October within reason. I also feel like you've been planting a lot of seeds, and they might be about to sprout during the month of October as well. So be prepared for blessings. Now, this could be romance related. This could be work related, right? So, you know, we have two people holding hands, but that just really signifies harmony. But what I'm also getting is that there could be just a pairing or a connection or a partnership that really blossoms in a major way during the month of October. So this could be business, family, friends, romance. It doesn't really matter. Put it where it fits, pile number ones, but that's what we're getting here, okay? Let's roll some astro dice related to messages from the other side. Tell us more, Spirit. What other messages from the other side are coming through for our pile number ones? Very interesting. We have the 6th house, okay? Your routine is going to take center stage during the month of October. I feel like clear messages that are coming from the other side is that your angels, ancestors, and guides really want you to focus on your routine this month as well. It's like you could have your cake and eat it too this month, you know, almost quite literally. Pile number 6. So like, you know, if there's a lot of celebrating going on, enjoy yourself, celebrate. But I also feel like your team, your spiritual team wants you to know it's okay to also do the things that you need to do in order to propel you to that next step. Don't forget about the small things, right? We also have Jupiter, which is awesome. I feel like there's going to be a lot of luck, a lot of prosperity, a lot of expansion coming in for you during the month of October, right? I feel like you can be expanding the way you do a certain routine as well. And we have Aquarius energy, which I think is awesome. I feel like there's just going to be a lot of fluidity, a lot of going with the flow, but a lot of also innovative thinking, a lot of like innovative ways of seeing something. And yeah, a lot of innovative ways of doing or seeing things. Aquarius's affirmation is I know. You might also have a knowing about something coming into your life quite soon. You might not know exactly what that is, but you know where you're going, right? You know where you're expanding, or you know where you should be expanding, right? In the month of October, you could be expanding on something, a business, a relationship, okay? Something along those lines, relationships in your life as well. I also feel like pile number 1s, and this might apply to some of you, not everyone. Some of you all might feel like you're missing out on the fun here. Because I feel like she's looking at admiration. Like she looks like she's okay, like, oh my God, everyone's having such a good time. But some of you all might be really stuck in a routine, which is a good thing. Like this is a routine that's going to expand you, is going to create more luck and, you know, maybe financial revenues or like all areas of prosperity in your life. And you might miss out on some fun. So you might be like feeling like FOMO, fear of missing out. Like, look at how longingly she's looking at her friends, so to speak, or this coven or this group of women's like celebrate. But yeah, this could also be for a couple people, not everyone. And it's because you have clarity on your next steps and what to do. So you're actually like, not only are you sowing your seeds, but you're kind of like reaping your harvest, right? So you might be focused more on like tangible things that you are manifesting or wanting to manifest in the month of October versus just partying or versus just having, you know, all the fun and being distracted, right? But those are going to be for some of you. But for others, you're going to be able to have your cake and eat it too and be more fluid in your approach to achieving your goals, but also maintaining a set balance to where you're achieving, but you're also kind of like enjoying yourself on the way there, if that makes sense. So we have 2 new moons in Capricorn. So this is kind of like a new thing that's opening up, or this was because of you being able to step up and lead and focus on the positive. And now with the last quarter moon in Taurus, and typically last quarter moon is like the very last bit of like manifesting powers and the almost like the climb that we need to get through, right? Those challenges that we need to overcome in order to meet our manifestation. So with the last quarter moon in Taurus, be proud of yourself. I have a feeling that you are. I have a feeling like you feel like you are planting seeds, or you have planted seeds and now they're coming to fruition. I also feel like, again, I know I said this prior, but you're going to be very lucky in the month of October. So strategize on how you're going to use that luck to your advantage, right? How you're going to use that luck as leverage to get you to where it is that you're trying to go, right? This could be emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally. So pile number 1s, let's pull some charms. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages from the other side. Clear, concise, accurate messages from the other side to our pile number 1s during this October. Oh my God, this wanted to come out so bad. Y'all, you know, so I have extra astro dice that I just put in that little bag. This wanted to come out so bad. We have Scorpio energy. Scorpio season starts in October, right? So there might be some very interesting transitions here coming your way in the month of October, pile number ones. And when I say transitions, I mean like this could be very interesting energy that's coming in for you and how you maneuver subconsciously as well, pile number ones, okay? There could be a lot of subconscious reprogramming happening for you during the month of October, right? That you're getting into. Very interesting. So yeah, again, with those transitions, we have the butterfly. I have a feeling you could be expanding, right? And growing a lot during the month of October, pile number ones. We also have a spatula. So what are you working on? You could be working on something, cooking up something, you know, you could be cooking up something. Spatula. What are you cooking up in the month of October? We also have some euros. So again, money might be looking good here. We have an apple, which is interesting. You know what? I'm getting temptation. I'm getting how Eve bit the apple, and I'm getting knowledge, okay? You might be getting some knowledge that you weren't privy to before. Look at this. We have a horseshoe. I told you luck is on your side in the month of October, pile number ones. You could be getting a lucky break. Apple also represents abundance and fertility. Okay, so a lot of abundance, a lot of transformation. Look at this pile number ones. We have two butterflies here. You could be really blossoming or growing or allowing something to fully bloom. I feel like a transitional period might be over for you, pile number ones as well. Made with love. You're cooking up something. That's what I was getting here. Like you're cooking up something with love and care, something that you really care about, made with love. Yeah. You could be making something with love in the month of October, cooking up something that you really are interested in or that you really care about. Look, you remember when I said you're in full bloom? You really are. We have this flower coming out in full bloom. You could be stopping and smelling the roses and smelling the flowers on the way to where it is that you're going, right? You're not just so focused that, you know, you're missing out on all the good in life. You're actually being able to facilitate your goals and achieve them while also being able to balance family, friends, lovers, partners, you know? We have the Hamsa. I feel like you're very spiritually endowed and protected during this time as well. And we have like this decorative leaf. So this could represent like fall. This could represent like the changing of seasons as well. You could be enjoying the change of season that's coming in for you, pile number ones, okay? Okay, so now we're gonna conclude your reading with some gratitude, cards. Okay, tell us more, Spirit. Very last messages for our pile number ones. Very last messages for pile number ones. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for pile number ones to conclude their reading. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number ones to conclude their readings. Only high vibes. Avoid complaining for an entire day. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number ones to conclude their reading. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number ones to conclude their reading. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number ones to conclude their reading. Look, And this fell artwork down. I mean, this fell on the side of the snake. So again, transitions, transformations, things of that nature. And it says, consider the journey. When eating fruit, think of the person who planted the tree. Oh my gosh. And look at her planting seeds. When eating fruit, think of the person who planted the trees. Vietnamese saying. Consider the journey. And this is what you're going to do. This is you considering the journey, pile number ones. Look at the Queen of Cups. She's looking at the people enjoying themselves, and she's grateful that they are, right? High vibes. Only high vibes. Avoid complaining for an entire day. I think that's where you're transitioning into. I don't think you're complaining. I think you're really opening up your heart space to the point where you see the bigger picture, pile number one, hence new moon in Sagittarius, right? Focus on the positive. Only high vibes, right? Avoid complaining for an entire day. I think that's kind of where this transition is happening. You're becoming more grateful. You're becoming more grounded. I feel like you're coming into a very good passage in your journey, and you're identifying that, and it feels good to you, and you're finally reaping the rewards for all the hard work and effort and the ideas and the seeds that you have planted along the way. And I think you're going to be really able to enjoy this in the month of October. And I feel like your guides on the other side really want to commend you. And keep cooking this up. Whatever you're cooking up in private, you're cooking it up with love. You know what I'm saying? So continue to do that, pile number ones. I love you all so very much, my dreamy dreamers. I really hope this message resonated with you. If it did, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. And do not forget to purchase our beautiful one-of-a-kind tarot journal that is in the description box down below. Has 116 pages where you could journal and catalog your tarot journey, whether it be for yourself, your family, friends, loved ones, or clients. And in the beginning of the journal, it teaches you the origin of tarot, how to do spreads, advice, wisdom, everything you could think about for the beginning stages of your tarot journey. Even if you're not in the beginning stages of your tarot journey, this is a journal for you. So cop yours. The link to this journal is in the description box down below. And I love you all so much, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number twos, welcome back to your reading regarding clear messages from the other side during this October. Okay, so you all chose this gorgeous rose quartz crystal palm stone along with the tarot of the divine. Okay, so pile number twos, what I was getting, okay, I was gonna leave this out at first, but I was getting it so clear and like whatever. So I don't know if y'all remember that show in like the 90s. Shit, I barely do, to be honest, but Dawson's Creek. But I remember the theme song, and it was like the beginning of the theme song was like, I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. So that just came to mind when I was doing like your pre-shuffle and when I was lighting the sage bundle. And what I'm getting for you, pile number twos, is I don't know if this is outside of you, like in an external connection, or if this is like an inward thing. But I feel like you don't want to wait to the end of your life for something to be good enough, for something to be ready for, you know what I'm saying? Like you want it to happen now, or you're going to make it happen now. So regarding the rose quartz crystal, what I'm getting for you, pile number twos, is that, you're going to make something happen within you right now. You're not going to wait till the perfect time, because there's never a perfect time. What if the perfect time is towards the end of your life, or, anything of that nature? What if the perfect time isn't perfect at all, right? So I feel like whether this being self-love, whether this being connection with others, you're not going to wait till the end to make something work. And I think well, I know that's one of the clear messages from the other side directed to you, pile number twos, is they don't want you to wait forever to, you know, get something together, to make a decision, to finally love yourself or others the way you or them deserves to be loved, right? So that's what I'm getting here. But let's delve deeper into your reading with some tarot. Hey, pile number twos, welcome back to your reading. So let's reveal this card. We have, so pile number twos, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Eight of Wands in reverse, the Eight of Coins, the Seven of Cups, and the Six of Coins. Very interesting. So pile number twos, the clear messages from the other side that's coming in for you this October is like, there's something completely changing here for the best in your life, okay? I feel like a lot of you all might be seeing a lot of webs around, might be seeing a lot of spiders and spider webs, but I have a feeling that there's some change on the precipice that you're about to thoroughly enjoy here. Okay, this card also talks about the story of Anansi, which is a West African like folklore story. And I know it has something to do with like brothers and having something to do with like the interweaving of community and connection and our service to it. Okay. Now, with the Eight of Wands in reverse, I have a feeling like there are some messages that have been trying to come in that maybe haven't been able to up until this point. Okay. And this could be regarding some type of work that had to be put in before this message could be fully delivered or realized, right? Like this person is having a hard time crafting what it is that they have to do. Like it's hurting them to the point where they're crying, you know, but they're really working to fulfill this, to complete this, right? This looks like a person who has been downtrodden. Like, look, their clothes are all tattered. Their clothes are all tattered here, and they're not having a good time. They're really struggling, but they're doing it. You know, they're taking it one step at a time. And it's interesting because we have one bird that's paying attention here, but the rest are just kind of like flying. They're just doing their job. But there's one bird, one messenger that's looking and that's paying attention. Like, we see your hard work. I see you working, you know, I see you doing what you need to do in order to, you know, make this a reality, whatever this is, right? And with the Seven of Cups, we have like all these genie lamps that this young person is being introduced to this young person, and they're like, which one do I pick? I feel like the clear messages from the other side that's coming in is like, your destiny is here. Your spiritual team has seen all the hard work and dedication that you have put into something. And if you felt like they've gone quiet on you, pile number twos, they just had to kind of wait for the right moment in order to connect with you. And I think this right moment is in the month of October. How you're going to know it's the right moment, pile number twos, you're going to start seeing things kind of like unfold for the better. You're going to start seeing your luck shift or things change in your favor. Okay? Because look, in the reverse position, this bird is headed straight towards this web with this message, right? Straight towards this web with this message. And symbolically, spiders and webs can relate to creativity and writing. So this could have been a message that you needed regarding your creative flow or how creatively you do something, right? Because look, in the upright position, it's going in the opposite direction. So this was meant to be in the reverse position to land straight into this web. Okay. And it's so interesting because with the 8 of coins here, it's almost as if like her creating these pentacles are almost like traps. Like as much as they help her, they also hurt her as well, right? So whatever the work that you had to do, as much as it helped you to transform into the person who you're becoming, the spirit team on the other side wants you to know that they also understood how much effort and how much kind of like, this could be for certain people, how much anguish and the sweat of your brow it took, blood, sweat, and tears for you to get here to this moment. And now options are galore. It's like, because you put in this work, pile number 2s, because you put all, it's like preparation meeting the moment of opportunity. You had to make this web. You had to make something. You had to create the vessel to hold the blessings that are coming in for you in the month of October. And they're here. And there's going to be many of them, right? With this 7 of Cups. Many options. You could choose this, that, or the third. Which one do you want? And with the 6 of coins being at the bottom of the deck, you know, you're ready for this because you 1111 on the timestamp. You're ready for this because you planted the seeds in order for all this to grow. We also have an indigenous woman here. We also have an indigenous woman here, pile number 2s, in the background. And it's like she is offering this fly to the other flies because what they're doing is the things that these insects have, they're piling them together, right? They're like bringing them together to make more of them, if that makes sense. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of abundance here for you because look, we have at the bottom of the deck the 6 of coins, which talks about a balance in giving and receiving tangible things like energy, like material, right? Your health, things of that nature. And then we have the King of Coins at the bottom of the deck. It's like, this is what you were working so hard to become. This stable tortoise, slow and steady wins the race. Because they're thinking about the long haul. They're thinking about growing a great, mighty oak tree, not just some random weed or plant that's just here today and gone tomorrow. They're thinking about sustainability and longevity. And I feel like, you know, when it comes to clear messages from the other side, this is what your spirit team wants you to know. Keep going. You're there, you know. Keep working because before you know it, you're going to have a lot of options available to you and you could pick this, that, or the third because you've worked hard to obtain these options that are coming in for you. And I feel like the message is going to come in right on time, right on time. The Wheel of Fortune also represents divine timing, right? You've had to, again, you had to build this web in order for the message to stick. And that's what your spiritual team on the other side wants you to know right now. Keep going. Even if you got a little bit more to go, do it. But in the month of October, it's like the web is going to be built, the time is going to be ripe, and then boom. Once you get the message, it's loud and clear, and then you're getting to work, you know? Or you're going to be rewarded for the work that you've already put in, right? And then many options are going to be made available to you. And it's kind of like, you know, now at the end of the day, what is it that you want to choose? Because the world is your oyster, so to speak, right? Let's see what else. Tell us more, Spirit. Tell us more. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 2s. Clear messages from the other side for pile number 2s coming in this October. What clear messages are coming in for pile number 2s from the other side during this October? Clear, concise, accurate messages from the other side coming this October. We have, okay, I'm gonna take that because it just fell out. So New Moon and Scorpio, go deeper. And we have full moon in Leo with go wild. This is what I'm getting. You're about to go wild with endless opportunities, endless possibilities, because it's like something that you've sacrificed. Like, it's almost like she's sacrificing her comfort in order to do this job, right? And we go from the new moon to the full moon. And I feel like this has to do with a lot, pile number twos. I feel like this has a lot to do with inner work. And I say that because with the new moon in Scorpio, go deeper. Scorpio is all about the unseen, and Scorpio is all about the subconscious mind and the depths of us, right? So I feel like you've been working on your depth. You have been working on your confidence with the full moon in Leo. You have been maybe even trying to reprogram certain maybe tendencies or certain triggers or something like that. So where you can play full out, where you can, you can really go full out because you have gotten to the heart of certain things in your subconscious mind that has maybe allowed you to play small for so long. And I feel like in the month of October, with messages coming in from the unseen, your spiritual team on the other side is telling you, no, you've been putting in the work and now you're balancing. You're coming into a state of balance to where you can share your gift with others and they have gifts to share with you too. It's a reciprocal thing, right? And look, you know what's crazy? They both have baskets. That's crazy, pile number twos. They both have baskets. Their basket is closed. This Spider-Man thing basket is closed. She's opening her basket. You're ready. You're ready. That's crazy. You're ready to share your gifts with the world. And the world is ready to embrace them. Now is the time. That's wild. I love that. Okay, I do want to, I'm going to put this card on the side, but let's clarify let's clarify this Wheel of Fortune. Clarify this Wheel of Fortune for our pile number 2 spirit. Why is this Wheel of Fortune coming in for pile number 2s? We have Justice. Pile number 2s. I also forgot the Wheel of Fortune is card number 10. This is the 10th month. This is October. This is prime. I was about to say this is prime real estate. This is prime time for you to have the scales balanced. And look, you're about to have this victory so pronounced, pile number 2s. It's not even funny. And look at what clarified card number 10. Card number 11. This is card number 11 in this deck. And in some decks, they choose to alternate. Like some decks will be, the Justice card will be number 8. That doesn't really happen a lot nowadays, but it can be, right? Justice could be swapped for 8 or 11 and vice versa for Strength. So this is card number 11, 10 and 11. It's like whatever you have fought hard to obtain, like it's here now for you in the month of October, pile number 2s. You're seeing balance being restored. You're seeing harmony and justice, and you won. It's like you won a prize here. This could be for honoring your truth or being truthful or being diplomatic. Some of you all might be Libras. We have the 6, again, with the balancing, right? The 6 of coins. You guys could be coming into a beautiful state of equilibrium and harmony too in the month of October. So I also want to clarify this 8 of Wands. Clarify this 8 of Wands in reverse for our pile number 2s. Look at that. Hierophant. Boom. You ready? This up leveling. Passing the torch, right? She's passing her torch to somebody. You are ready to take your rightful place on the throne. You're ready. Justice, you're balanced. You're ready. It's time. Okay? What's at the bottom of the deck? 8 of Swords. And I felt like this came after worrying and having anxiety about not being enough, not doing enough, not having enough. you know, not being equipped, but you are. Let's see. Clarify the Seven of Cups. What are these options coming in for our pile number 2s? Clarify the Seven of Cups for pile number 2, Spirit. Okay. We have the Four of Wands. Now, I did pick it up in reverse. Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, clarify this Seven of Cups for our pile number 2s. What are these options coming in? Okay, so look at this. I'm gonna just take these cards because it's giving me more context. We have Temperance and we have the Five of Coins. And then this, I picked it up in reverse. I think it might have came in reverse too. So the Four of Wands came in reverse. There could have been a little confusion here or illusion due to like your state of stability or like you lacking in a union, right? You lacking in a union. There could have been an illusion. Ooh, pile number 2s. There could have been an illusion around stability or what's enough or what love truly is or what it means, right? Because we have the Five of Coins and the Temperance. So that's coming in regard to this clarity, right? And we have Temperance, which means moderation and a balance and not doing too much, not doing too little, but doing just enough, being in that sweet spot. And Temperance also represents alchemy. Some of you all might be Sagittariuses, or this might be happening in the 11th month. Maybe something else is coming in as a transition into November or Sagittarius season. But what I'm getting is that, especially with the Five of Coins, I think it's interesting because there could be something surrounding the feet, because look at this. We have the Eight of Coins. Her feet are all kind of scarred up and hurt. We have this goddess, who I think is like a Tara or something like that, and she's dipping her toe in to stay balanced, right? And she has all these other things in her hands, just like the Seven of Cups that we just clarified. And then we have this poor girl who is outside of this building or this church or whatever, trying to keep warm, but her feet are cold. Her feet are red. She's losing the blood out of her feet. So this could talk about understanding or groundedness that's coming back into your lives in the month of October, right? Keeping your feet firmly planted on terra firma, like keeping your feet grounded despite what's going on around you, right? But to clarify again, having peace as well, because Temperance also represents peace, a moderation of mind, body, and spirit, right? And it's so interesting. She's able to sort a lot of things out. She has a lot of things in her hands, but her eyes are closed and she is very peaceful. And with these two cards clarifying the Seven of Cups, I'm getting that, yeah, your peace is being restored. Where there was instability, you're coming back to center, right? You're coming back to center and things are looking a lot clearer. Spirit could also be telling you during this time to meditate, to contemplate, to not get too down, not get too high or too low, to be in a centered state when these opportunities or when these options come your way. Don't get too enticed by anything because you're coming from a lower frequency, or like you're coming, you're seeing more opportunity than you've ever seen before. That's also what I'm getting, right? Come at these options or what is being given to you from a state of abundance and centeredness. Okay. I think Five of Pentacles could also be like a breadcrumb type card, like just getting a little. So yeah, don't come from a state of lack when these opportunities come in for you, pile number twos. Come from a state of abundance and moderation. That's what I'm getting here. Okay. So let's see. This was there, and then we'll put these here. So let's roll some astro dice to get more emphasis on clear messages from the other side coming in for you during the month of October. What else would you like our pile number twos to know, Spirit, about these messages coming into them from the other side? Interesting. We have Leo energy again with full moon in Leo. Uh-oh, you guys can't see that. More Leo energy. We have the 6th house. Okay, so this could be routine, how you're doing something. And then we have Venus energy with the 6th house and Leo. I feel like, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of receiving coming in for you during the month of October. Pile number twos, if you stick to your routine and you move in confidence, right? You move in a state of a sure energy in the month of October. There's also going to be a lot of materialization coming in the month of October. And I feel like there's going to be like this fluid nature, you know? And I feel like this femininity that's coming in, or this Venus energy, has a lot to do with it being Libra season. And you just kind of like maneuvering through that space, right? In a confident way. I think this season might even up your confidence a little bit more. You could have Libra in the 6th house. I mean, sure. Yeah, you have Libra in the 6th house. You could have your Venus could be in Leo. So that's kind of like how you love, how you show love, how you give love, how you interact with beauty and love and emotion, right? Tell us more. Advice, guidance, and wisdom to conclude our pile number 2 reading. Advice, guidance, and wisdom to conclude our pile number 2's reading. We have noticed little things. Even your favorite scent or song can warm your heart. I feel like you're going to be noticing the little things in the month of October, pile number 2's. I think that's where this Venusian energy comes into play here, right? This Venus energy. You're going to be stopping to kind of smell the proverbial roses. You're going to have a lot of options, or it's going to feel like a lot of options being made available to you during this time. Don't let that confuse you, right? Make grounded choices when it comes to the opportunities that are coming your way as well. And notice the little things like, dang, I don't know if this was in this pile or another pile where I said, I did say something about the small things, so it could have been the beginning of this reading, but let's see. Tell us more, Spirit, advice, guidance, and wisdom to conclude our pile number 2's reading. Okay. We have everything has value. Nothing is too small to be appreciated. That's wild. I feel like you're going to be noticing the little things that maybe people do for you, or like you do for other people as well. Maybe you're going to be noticing the nuances of your own beauty, right? What gives you beauty, how you're beautiful, things like this, right? Notice little things. Even your favorite scent or song can warm your heart. Everything has value. Nothing is too small to be appreciated. That's basically the same message. So I feel like that's where Spirit is coming in to tell you on the other side, like, be moderate. Notice notice everything that's coming in, from the smallest to the biggest things, and see how, like, you can appreciate small things that you maybe normally don't, right? Maybe you normally don't give yourself like props for, being intuitive or being community based, because you kind of take it for granted because it is so small, or because you have these certain talents or stuff, and you didn't have to work super hard for them. They just kind of came to you, right? We have give compliments. It reminds people of their sacredness. That's what I'm getting. Like take heed to the small things. Something as simple as giving someone a compliment might change their whole day, might change their whole worldview. You know, you could give someone maybe who is just full of sadness or lack a compliment, and it could completely change the trajectory of their day, their week, their month, and it might propel them to success because they held on to something so small as a compliment that you gave to them, or even vice versa, right? So yes, pile number twos, that is all the time that I have for you, my lovely dreamy dreamers. I really hope this message resonated with you. If it did, hit the thumbs up button, a like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to cop the beautiful one-of-a-kind tarot journal. There's 116 journal pages where you could document your tarot journey, whether it be for you, loved ones, family, friends, or even your clients, okay? You could follow along during these readings and actually take notes as to the cards that come out. It can refine your own tarot journey. That journal will be in the description box down below. I love you all so very much, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number threes. Welcome back to your reading regarding clear messages from the other side. Okay, so you all chose this beautiful shamanic dream quartz crystal. It's one of my favorite pieces. And you all have the Final Rose tarot deck. Okay, so pile number threes, what I'm getting for you is, I think there's like this dream life coming into play for you all, right? It could even be bigger than what you have dreamt it, right? And I feel like this is because you have endowed your spirit with a lot of magic, hence the shamanic dream quartz, right? So you could be seeing like a lot of interesting parallels coming into you in the month of October that you would have, maybe you kind of like toyed with the idea of, but as they're coming, you're kind of like baffled, like, wow, this is really coming into fruition for me. Things of that nature, okay? So let's put your crystal here and let's delve deeper into these messages. Okay. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages from the other side. So we're back. Let's reveal the first card that came out. We have the Five of Mirrors with Tattletale. We have card number 14 with Keep It Chill in reverse. We have the Two of Roses, which is the Two of Wands with Date card. And we have the Five of Flutes in reverse with I effed up. Sorry, I'm the worst. Very interesting. Now this came in reverse, so we're gonna keep this upright. Bottom of the deck, Page of Roses with the Free Spirit. Page of Roses, which is the Page of Wands with the Free Spirit. So, you know what's interesting, pile number threes? What I'm getting is that there is a clear, with the Five of Mirrors, there is a clear thing here about communication and someone not having maybe a balanced reaction to the communication that either you have given them or vice versa, someone else has given to you. Someone is having an adverse an adverse reaction to the way in which someone else communicates. They aren't okay with it. Okay, I'm getting that loud and clear. However, I feel like maybe the one in question who is doing the communication doesn't care. Like they just don't care. Like this is coming very clear. This is a message that's coming in very clearer than the last two piles, right? With the Page of Roses. free spirit. And this talks about a message, a good message coming in, right? Good news coming in. But with the Five of Mirrors, which is the Five of Swords, with tattletale, it's like there could be like untruths, lies. You know, this isn't the Seven of Swords or anything, but there could be like holes in the logic of what someone else is saying. And we have a rap with tattletale. Maybe someone's like not being forthright with what they're saying, but I don't know, they're not really caring. What card number 14, which is Temperance, keep it chill in reverse. I feel like the Page of Roses, the Page of Wands signifies whatever disagreements or whatever miscommunication that's happening, where someone actually is affected by the messages that are coming in, whether to them or to someone else. The person sending them, they might be on a whole nother frequency or wavelength or something like that. Now we have the Two of Roses. This is the Two of Wands with date card. And I think it's interesting because we have a lot of messages coming through, right? Two of Roses is a Two of Wands. And with date card, it's like an invitation. This is an opening. Date card. And then look, the Five of Flutes with I effed up. Sorry, I'm the worst in reverse. This could be, okay, so the clear messages from the other side that's coming in for you, pile number threes, is what I'm getting is that, yeah, this is definitely, I might have to get some clarity because these cards at the bottom of the deck, they look really good. This talks about an opportunity that's coming in, good news that's coming in that, you know, a person is going to love to hear. We have Page of Roses, the Free Spirit, Two of Flutes, which is the Two of Cups with cheers, and then we have 17, the Cocktail Party, which is the Star card. So this could be like, while someone is in a good spirit or in a good way, and maybe their execution style of the execution of communication might not be the best, they might not see how they're affecting someone else or how they're affecting what's going on around them in a certain way. Maybe by like declining, maybe someone is declining offers or like a date, or like, this doesn't have to be romantic either. This could be like a date with a friend or a family member, and they're kind of telling tattletales. I'm just getting, they're telling, tattletale means someone is kind of like snitching on you, right? Or snitching on the other person. And this could be the case as well. But what I'm getting is someone might be telling tales, like little fibs, because they don't want to accept the offer of someone else who's extending to them an invite or something. But you know what's interesting with the Five of Flutes, which is the Five of Cups in reverse, I messed up. It's like this person doesn't feel like they messed up. They don't feel that way. They might feel like, you know, I don't care. With this Page of Roses, the Free Spirit, they might be thinking about something else, doing something else or whatever. Daydreaming, right? This almost feels like daydreaming with card number 17, the Star card, focusing on their North Star, focusing on what's around them. Look, focus, champagne dreams, okay? This is what it's giving. They're thinking about what they want, not what everybody else wants. And yeah, this could be a good thing or a bad thing, but what I'm getting is like they're thinking about champagne dreams, like they're in fantasy land while, you know, maybe they're not really understanding how this could cause a rift, or like how this can kind of, you know, cause some type of upset. But let's see, let's clarify this Five of Swords, clarify this Five of Mirrors tattletale card for our pile number 3, Spirit. Why is this Five of Mirrors tattletale card here for our pile number 3s? Clear, concise, accurate messages for pile number 3s. Why is this Five of Mirrors tattletale card here? Clarify this Five of Mirror tattletale card here. We have Three of Mirrors, red flag. So the Three of Swords clarifying the Five of Swords. I feel like someone feels like you or someone else could be a walking red flag. Clarify card number 14, keep it chill in reverse. Why is card number 14, keep it chill in reverse? Okay, damn, 2 cards want to come out. Card number 5, the host, which is the Hierophant. And we have the 9 of Flutes with Fantasy Suite. Clarify this 5 of Cups, I effed up in reverse. Why is this 5 of Cups, I effed up in reverse here? Okay, this fell right on it. Silver lining. Okay. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Roses, Leap of Faith, 8 of Wands. So this could be communication. Someone could be communicating to you like, hey, I've noticed that, like, I feel like you're not being candid or forthright with me about something. And I think maybe you guys might talk about it and, you know, maybe clear the air. I'm getting a lot of clear the air here with like maybe your absence or your lack of, almost like your lack of like responsiveness. That's what I'm getting when it comes to like maybe another person or like an invite or an extension. Someone is thinking, this could either be you thinking that somebody else in your life is like, there's some red flags here when it comes to like communication or like what a person is saying or how they're saying it. If they're like, I don't want to say snitching, but if they're like, the way this person is trying to win, whether they're tattletelling, right? Whether they're like telling on one person because they think it's going to look good in the eyes of the person who they're telling something to, but this person is like literally seeing them as a walking red flag. Like, well, if this person will snitch on me or tell on me, what will they do to, snitch on them, snitch on this other person, what will they do to me, right? That's what I'm getting here. And then with keep it chill in reverse, right? So this is the Temperance card in reverse, clarified by the host, which to me is like a confrontation. Like someone wants to know what's going on, right? And then the 9 of Flutes, Fantasy Suite. Someone could be okay, very satisfied with confronting an issue here or confronting somebody. You know, they got their hands clasped on their legs, like, let's go. This could be a confrontation. Someone could be like very satisfied, open, willing, and about a confrontation here, right? In the month of October. This seems personal, pile number 3s. I'm just letting y'all know. 2 of Roses, date card. Maybe this is somebody that, you know, has extended to you an opportunity or something about a consideration, out of a consideration. And like either you or the other person isn't upholding the bargain. So I think there's like a confrontation here that needs to be like addressed. Like it's just something that needs to be addressed. And I feel like maybe someone has been keeping it cool or keeping to them what they want to tell you or tell the other person for far too long. But, you know, now they're kind of like, yeah, I want to address this. Now, the 5 of Flutes, what I effed up in reverse, and that's the 5 of Cups with the 6 of Mirrors, silver lining. Okay. Ultimately, pile number 3 is what I'm getting. The clear messages from the other side that's coming through in this reading is that there might be someone that you are confronting or that might be confronting you about the way in which you communicate or there is some type of communication being had here. I think whether it be you or another person, they might find holes in what it is that you're trying to communicate to them in the month of October, or they're addressing whatever your communication style is, or vice versa. This could be another person's communication style is in the month of October. And I think they're just trying to get an understanding, some type of they're trying to gain some type of satisfaction of clarity through the confrontation, right? Maybe it's hurting them or it's hurting you. And you or the other party maybe didn't really care or notice because you were thinking about other things, right? I don't think you didn't care. I think maybe there was a lack of notice or a lack of the responsibility of another person's emotions because you're in like daydream land or like champagne dreams, right? You're thinking about the bigger picture. You're not thinking about, right, whose feet you're stepping on to get to where it is that you need to go, or vice versa. This person might not be thinking about whose toes they're stepping on in order to get to where it is that they're going. And I think that's going to be confronted now. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Roses, which is the Eight of Wands, is quick communication in. And a leap of faith, right? We have this wombat here whose heart is open. Look. And then we have this rat just eating out their heart, just like, I'm coming to you sincerely, open, and you're just like, whatever. I'm gonna eat this heart because I'm gonna do it my way, I guess. I don't know. Let's see what else is coming up for you, pile number threes in the month of October. Clear messages from the other side this October for our pile number twos. What clear messages from the other side are coming in for our pile number twos during this October? What clear messages from the other side are coming in for our pile number twos during this October, Spirit? Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number twos. What clear messages are coming in? We have release your blocks, first quarter moon in Scorpio. Tell us more, Spirit. What clear messages from the other side are coming in for our pile number twos during this October? What clear messages from the other side are coming in from our pile number twos during this October? Clear messages. Okay. These two. There's a lot of messages that want to come out. So let's see. First quarter moon in Leo, be humble. We have both sacral chakras. These are two sacral chakra energies. So this might talk about like creativity. First quarter moon in Scorpio, first quarter moon in Leo. So they're first quarter moons. Release your blocks and be humble. What's the last one? Last quarter moon in Pisces, talk less, feel more. Very interesting. So we have first quarter moon and last quarter moon. So the beginning and the end, right? Release your blocks and be humble. I feel like for a lot of you all, this is what I'm getting. There's been maybe you're unblocking your sacral chakra, right? Because we have two sacral chakras, which is interesting. But I feel like, okay, this is what I'm getting, pile number threes. This is a very interesting message that's coming in because it's kind of blocked. Like it feels a little blocked. Like there could be a block regarding the way someone communicates. Maybe they think it's creative, or they think they're being creative with how they're relaying a certain type of communication, but in reality, maybe it's not clear. Release your blocks, be humble. I feel like someone's tired of talking. To be honest, pile number threes. Someone might be tired of communicating. They want to chill. They want to lounge. They don't want to over-explain themselves. That's what I'm getting. And it's like someone wants someone else to be humble about what it is that they feel. Maybe if they don't want to talk and they want to feel more, they want to tap into themselves inwardly instead of always being in constant communication. This could be a thing too. And they're trying to unblock themselves creatively. That's what I'm getting, pile number three. So regarding this potential confrontation in the month of October, this could just be kind of like somebody trying to unblock themselves creatively through going inward, right? And how they're going inward is they maybe don't want to talk a lot. They rather kind of be in the moment and like feel into what they need, right? Not necessarily communicate through language, if that makes sense. Maybe to communicate through meditation, because most of these women are meditating or they're doing yoga or something like that. And we have Scorpio, Pisces, and Leo. 2 water signs, 1 fire sign. Scorpio talks about going into the depths and to release blocks and fears and things like that. And Pisces is all about intuition and feeling and, feeling your way through something, right? And with the first quarter moon in Leo, be humble. Maybe the humbleness comes with talking less and feeling more, right? Being in a meditative state so they could open up creatively and ground themselves, because that is a lower chakra, right? Maybe they want to come from a more grounded point, a more authentic point than just to talk, Very interesting pile number 3s. Y'all have a very interesting October coming here, right? Let's see. Let's roll some astro dice. Tell us more, Spirit. What else is coming in? Clear messages from the other side coming in for our pile number 3s during this month of October. We have Aries, we have the 4th house, and we have South Node. To me, this is the releasing of the blocks, okay? Some of you all might be Aries, Scorpio, Leos, or Pisces, okay? We have Aries. Some of you all could have Aries in your South Node. Some of you all could have Aries in the 4th house. This could have to do with your home life. This might hit close to home for a lot of you all, pile number 4s, right? I'm also getting the Emperor. Maybe you're building something and it's hard to kind of communicate when you haven't even felt through the emotions that you are having as you're creating something, right? Because we have the sacral chakra here. Those emblems, that orange little chakra, that's the sacral. So maybe you have to even feel through something, pile number 3s, that you're creating in order to have words and language for it, if that makes sense. What's at the bottom of this deck? Listen, new moon in Taurus, know your worth. Know your worth. And it's interesting with the be humble here. It's almost like sometimes when you're too humble, you lose that, you lose, you're just meek. And I'm not saying that being humble is a bad thing. Being humble is being grounded. Being humble is knowing how much power that you have, but not having to showboat it, not having to showcase it all the time, right? But sometimes being too humble, there could be an imbalance of being too humble. And sometimes you have to know your worth and show yourself your worth again. Yeah, I definitely feel like you're releasing certain things and you're doing so in your own way. And whether people understand that or not, I don't think that's any of your concern. Literally, I just don't think you're concerned too much about whether or not other people understand you right now, because you have to understand you right now in the month of October. And I think that's the clear messages from your spiritual team on the other side. You focus on understanding you. And if someone has, an issue with it, they could come and address the issue, but it just might offer them more clarity as to why you operate the way you're operating right now. But ultimately, your goal, your objective, I feel like right now, pile number 3s, is for you to understand where you're headed and where you're going, and for you to understand you much, much more right now. Okay? Because I feel like you have an opportunity here to break through or to have success, to have your dreams fulfilled. And we're going back to the beginning with the 9 of flutes, which is the 9 of cups, and the host. Keep it chill is in the reverse. So you might be really overtly going in on something. Maybe you're not being moderate with it. Maybe you are going to the depths as far as you could take something, because on the other side of that is success. And then with the 8 of roses, we have a leap of faith. You could be taking a leap of faith on something, but it requires your full presence, right? And you might not be able to divide your presence how you did before. Not saying that this will always be the case, but this is the case right now, in the month of October, right? There's probably going to be a lot of meditating on who it is and what it is, who it is you're becoming and what it is that you need to do in order to fulfill that vision. So pile number 3s, let's pick some charms here. What else do our pile number 3s need to know? Clear messages coming in for them from the other side in the month of October. Money. There's money opportunities. I don't have many euros in here, but the euros are coming out this reading. Look at that. We have more heart centered. This could be in matters of the home or in a relationship, right? The moon and the heart. There's a lot of emotions coming up in the month of October for you. This could be surrounded about your destiny because we have the tree of life. And it's so interesting because the 4th house talks about like some of the symbolism of the 4th house is trees, right? Rootedness, groundedness. I know that the tree of life also talks about destiny and fulfilling the destiny. What does this say? I love you since 2003. Have you had something in your heart that you've been wanting to pursue since 2003, perhaps? This might be for a very small few of you. Yeah, I feel like you're grounding yourself. You might feel anchored, just very grounded and sure of where it is you're going. We have the elephant here. This talks about wisdom. This talks about journeys. I feel like it's been a long journey. What have you been doing for the past 12 years, I guess, at this point? Because what? 2003. No. It's been a minute. 2003 was what? Shoot, 22 years ago. 22 years ago. Pile number 3s. I love you since 2003. Can you recollect on what was going on in your life in 2003? We also have this dove with this peace offering. So I'm getting a lot of peace is coming into your life. You will find peace. We also have this maple leaf. So to me, when I see a maple leaf, I think about October. I think about the fall. I also think about Canada, maybe Vermont too, like maple trees, maple trees, sap. I'm getting look into how maple is produced, maple syrup, because there's a story there. How are you tapping into your tree? You know what I'm saying? To excrete the bounty or the sweetness of your life. Like how are you tapping into your life, your tree, right? To extract the sweetness from it. And then we have the whale's tail. I know that this is a symbol of good luck. I also know, I know I say this a lot, but whales have sonar, so they're able to feel around them and communicate in like a 360 view, 360 angle. We also have this little half cloud. I'm also getting October, and I'm also getting like spooky season, and I'm also getting like the clouds are dissipating, they're falling away. You're able to think more clearly, but I'm also getting like fall as well, more fall energy. I feel like you've been on a long journey, but I feel like there is abundance coming your way, and there is stability and groundedness too. And I feel like trust your intuition, trust your instincts, trust in the timing of your life as well, because like it has been a long journey, but you know, things are coming together. Pile number 3s. I feel like you're releasing a lot. You're coming to the point in your life where you feel like you don't have to explain yourself time and time again any longer. You can, over explain yourself. Talk less, feel more. I feel like you're coming into a state of peace as well after a long journey and groundedness with this be humble energy. But okay, let's start winding down your reading. Tell us last messages, advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number 3s to conclude their reading, Spirit. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number 3s to conclude their reading. We have love your body. Say a prayer of thanks to your body for its hard work. I love that. Love yourself. I think that's really where you're headed, you know, in your life, is loving your body, loving yourself, loving the things that you create, and not feeling like you have to over-explain yourself about who you are and, you know, things of that nature. Advice, guidance, and wisdom to conclude our pile number 3's reading, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, sure. I'll take all of them. Acts of kindness. Do something small yet kind today. We have positive reviews. Your reviews support the livelihoods of a business and its employees. How are you spreading positivity in your community? Pile number 3's. Acknowledge understanding. Say thank you instead of saying I'm sorry. You know what's wild, pile? Number 3's, look at this 5 of flutes. Sorry, I'm the worst. I effed up. You're not doing that. You're just acknowledging understanding. You're tired of over-explaining yourself, apologizing for things that you feel like isn't warranted. An apology isn't warranted for, if that makes sense. You're tired of over-explaining yourself, period. Okay, what else? We have choose happiness. You can always decide to focus on the good over the bad. Exactly. That's what you're doing in your life. I feel like you're tired of being humble. You're tired of like just almost like keeping peace for peace sake. It's like you strive for peace, but you know, when push comes to shove, you're able to also advocate for yourself and what you need. Take a walk, spend time being thankful for little wonders around you. And what we have, love your body and take a walk. I feel like spirit and your spiritual team, pile number 3's, are trying to tell you to move your body and get active. You know, take walks if you need to, in order to ground and, you know, to feel more into what it is that you need more understanding of, okay? And we have take a deep breath. Being alive is the greatest blessing of all. Exactly. So I have a feeling like your spiritual team just really wants you to know how much they love you, how much they care about you, how proud they are of you. But also, you don't have to take anything from anybody if it doesn't serve you. Like, I feel like your spiritual team wants you to know that, you know, they want you to love yourself unconditionally, regardless of circumstances. And sometimes loving yourself means not having to over-explain every little thing that you do. It might mean taking, you know, time for yourself and rest and recouping and, you know, allowing what you mean to be what you mean and nothing more, nothing less, right? So, you know, in totality, pile number 3's, what I'm getting is that like spirit wants you to fight for you. They want you to be your biggest advocate. And, you know, maybe if that doesn't come across to, you know, the outside world in the way they need it, but it comes across in the way you need it, so be it. You know, that's what I'm getting. So yes, pile number 3's, I really hope these messages resonated with you. If it did, hit the thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to check out our tarot journal. It's a beautiful journal where you have 116 pages of journal entries, plus a whole booklet in the beginning explaining tarot and its origins. We have spreads and a whole bunch of other things in that little booklet in the beginning of the journal for you guys. Okay, so if you're interested in this beautiful journal, the link to it is in the description box down below. I love you all so much. And until next time, I'll see you in your next reading. Bye.